Are we ready for our next speaker in defense of the people? PNM family, are we ready? Brothers and sisters, our next speaker tonight is a man of the people, a son of Diego Martin West, who knows the struggles, the dreams, and the determination of his constituents. He told you all to give the people the place to run, and he brings passion, he brings truth, and he brings fight. Please welcome to the podium the Honourable Hans Des Vignes, Member of Parliament.
Like we get them the place to run and like they cannot run it, or what? Like we get them the place to run and like they cannot run it. What going on? What happened? I said that talk, we get all the place to run, well run it, not up.
After me surround the marathon and gonna run it. Give them the chance about down the place and gonna run it. How them feel a competition when them know them nothing. Gonna make them up to whip and our agent and sick. Me surround the place, why they gonna run it? Give them the chance about down the place and gonna run it. How them feel a competition when them
PNM people, the UNC cannot run this. Allow me to acknowledge our honorable political leader, the first female leader of the People's National Movement, our opposition leader, of which we are so proud, and the next Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Penelope Beckles Robinson. To all officers of the party, I acknowledge you. Fellow members of Parliament, I acknowledge you. Members of the Diego Martin Borough Corporation, I acknowledge you. And to my sister, who I am so proud of every single time I see her, and greet her, who worship Alderman Akila Glasgow Warner. Thank you. Diego Martin, I see the faces, I love you all. From Francine, who else here? Mr. Frankie here, all of you all are here. I start tonight by telling you Trinidad and Tobago to represent, because the government of the day will continue to undermine who and what we are if we do not represent. Today, I stand here inspired by the independent speeches, not only of Dr. Eric Williams, but also of our leader, Penelope Beckles Robinson. Let us take note and stock of some things. We have a government. Now, Simon mentioned it, but he leave out our important parts. I'm going to touch on it too, right? You leave it for me. I love you, Simon, my brother. We have a government that would cancel our Independence Parade due to safety concerns, replace it for a day of prayer, then to have almost the entire cabinet show up to cricket a party with none of them attending the day of prayer. No on-camera Independence Day speech from the Prime Minister. They do not care about Trinidad and Tobago. To the people of Trinidad and Tobago, you must stand and represent. We have their public relations officer who seeks to change history by attacking the father of our nation, saying he was not the first Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And our current Prime Minister saying the statement is no big deal because they so hate PNM. Ose Ben of the Heliconia Foundation said it clearly. Dr. Williams' legacy is not some partisan toy to be written and rewritten depending on which party one supports today. If you do love Trinidad and Tobago, you must stand up and represent. We have Senator David Naked saying, fire everyone who is not UNC. And whether or not he needs to be removed, that is not my discussion tonight. I actually, to David Naked, say thank you tonight for saying how your party really feels. So for the over 1 million people that did not vote UNC, I want you to know this is how the UNC sees you. You must stand and represent. To the youth of our nation, Janine said it well. We're seeing cancelled academic programs. We are seeing the cutbacks and cancellations. CCC, a program that Bungie Garlin credits for impacting his life. YTEP, MIC, All Set, Amplify, CRISP, Youth Agriculture, DRIP, no mention or activity for National Youth Day this year. Foster Senior in the back there, I know this is you. They did not care, and they do not care about youth. They do not care about you, Trinidad and Tobago. Youth, you must stand up and represent. Today, Dr. Brown is going to touch on many things happening around us in terms of foreign and CARICOM affairs. While our CARICOM leaders are in Africa for a summit with African nations, and our Prime Minister is absent, our Minister of Foreign Affairs is absent, I want to highlight a point to you. The People's National Movement signed a bilateral agreement with Trinidad and Tobago and Nigeria, which could open us to new industries, new trade and tourism opportunities, which this government is silent on. To the business community, they do not care about you. You too must stand up and represent. In Diego Martin, our mayor told us, we have seen the impact on workers. We have seen the lack of action during flooding from the government. We have seen the corporation not being disbursed funds. Diego Martin, they do not care about us. We must stand and represent. The UNC continues to aim to dim our lights in Diego Martin West. But today, as your member of parliament, in less than 6 months, today I report to you, we have aided 5 sporting tournaments, distributed over 500 donations, provided assistance to cultural development to Nile Hill and Meritones, supported emancipation and independence initiatives, one of which included a week-long training camp where young people were taught how to build design pieces, over 300 in-office visits, where we have been able to provide solutions for many residents. Also, this is a reminder that we are in office from 6 a.m. every Thursday, and tomorrow is no exception. I want you to know over 50 letters, some accompanied by petitions, have been sent to ministries, agencies, and divisions lobbying for you, the constituents of Diego Martin West. We have done over 40 community visits during emergencies as well as standard walkabouts. We call it the Saturday stroll. Countless issues resolved. And our Future 100 book drive, which aimed at filling not just book bags, but also book lists, which is an ongoing thing as constituents are still reaching out in support and in need. My goal at the end of 5 years is to get to Future 1000. This brings me to another point about the government. The issue of police in schools and labeling of schools as high risk. The reality is, national football team captain and constituent Kevin Molino went to a school that some would label as such. Dr. Andrea McKenzie, Captain Jason Des Vignes, and myself all went to schools that would be labeled by discriminators as such. Maybe instead of calling these schools high risk, we should call them what they are, high potential. I say today to you, I have no problem with police in schools helping in the mentoring process like Shabadi did back in the day. But stop and search and police with guns is a problem that only leads to students being criminalized. Former teacher at Serval, Marcus Kissoon, stated his work was not about control, but about connection. He says, my years at Serval taught me that children, no matter their histories of violence, exclusion, or pain, are willing to listen, care, and rebuild relationships, if only we meet them with the politics of disarming power and shared responsibility, not repression, injustice, and oppression. Lou Lyons, a brilliant legal mind and member of Freetown Collective, says, to simply default to more enforcement indicates a lack of intellectual curiosity and will, too, unearth more systemic problems. I go back to the work of the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service with 40 Under 40, where people under the age of 40 went to schools and volunteered for mentorship. I go back to the work of I Choose Sport, where national athletes would go to schools, again, mentor and instruct. And this is what I want you all to think about tonight. A government that says they deserve to be killed violently load up the matic and crack it, and shoot them in their back while running away. Coming forward and saying to you, put police with guns in schools without body cameras. Ask yourself, what is he thinking and how they see students of these schools? And let me not say students of these schools, because me, as well as Jaheim, Josiah, and Ariel, are also among students that have graced these schools. So I say to you, think about how they see us. To the students of these and all schools, I say to you, remember in this life, you can be anything and many things. Because the conversation they conduct is, it is just. Just how they targeted me during the election. They said, he's just a DJ, in an attempt to negate all my other qualifications and experiences. It is just CPEP workers. Then it is just WASA management. Then it is just the central bank governor. Then it is just the First Citizen CEO. Then it is them just going behind the PNM. It is just, it is just, it is just, until it is unjust. Unjust actions being taken against you. Do not wait until it is too late to stand up and represent. Diego Martin West, to you, whether you call me MP, Mr. Des Vignes, my minister, my MP, or honorable, I want you to know in reality, I will always be Hans. Hans, who listened to A-Track and players while partying on Covine basketball court. Hans, who went to school with the Das twins from La Puerta. Hans, who swam with the peers in the community pool. Hans, who had to ask favors by Doc's Hardware while building. Hans, who on a stressful day drove through Point Cumana and Carnage to get to Bamboo Cathedral to take a walk. And Hans, who was born in La Puerta and later on in life went to Diego Martin Secondary. You see, I'm a sound boy. I was a sound boy that because of you became a sound man. And I want you to know, while others may come here, I am from here, of here, and more than anything, I love here.
Let me see your hand
While no matter what the position, I take the greatest of pride in serving you, Diego Martin West. But I look forward to the day that I can serve you with Penelope Beckles Robinson as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And on that great day, together, from Diego Martin West to Arima, to Point Fortin, to Labrie and Tobago, we will all say together, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and we have prevailed.
I have love for the whole wide world, with you at the center, you are the master key. If love is by my side, then who can deny me?
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for your Member of Parliament, Hans Des Vignes, for delivering a message straight from the heart of Diego Martin West.